Hi everyone, it's Nicole, and I'm here to work on So Many Books, So Little Time by Diamond Art Club. It is a 56 by 109 and 53 colors, and it's a square diamond painting. Ooh, I can't talk this morning. I'm trying to rush. And I'll tell you why, because I have the baby today, and Dave just took her for a walk so that I could film this for next week. Oh, long story. So anyway, 21 is the container number, DMC 642. So my son lives in another province and it's 10 hours away. And so we don't get to see him often, right? So they were going to come and visit for a week. That was last weekend. Anyway, they took off 2 hours into their drive and the car broke down. And it was something pretty major so that, they had to stop. It wasn't like you can make it, So it was the CV joint and some kind of shaft fell. Anyway, it was bad. It could have been really bad, because they were on the highway. So they could have ended up in a big accident, right? Because they would have lost control of the car. So it's a good thing that they noticed right away and pulled off on this next exit, and they weren't going very fast, So the exit that they took, there was a garage right there. Like, what are the chances? So anyway, they went to the garage. The garage said, okay, we can order the part. It's going to take an hour and a half, and then, we'll fix it. And it was close to closing time, but they knew they were from out of that city or whatever. So they said, we'll fix it, and then you'll be able to keep going or whatever. Well, when they took it apart, it was way more than what they thought. So they had to stay overnight. So while they were doing that, we called around, found a hotel. Now, nice of the garage, they loaned them a car so that they could, drive to the hotel. So that was nice of the garage. But what a hard time to find a hotel that takes dogs. It was like, it didn't take us a long time. It probably took us about 45 minutes or whatever. But when you're in the midst of it and you're like, are we going to be able to find anything before it's, too late? We didn't want them to have to sleep in the car. Anyway, we found something. It was about 25 minutes away from where they were. Same city, it's just because of traffic. It's a pretty big city. As far as kilometers, it wasn't far. Drive time, because of traffic, then yeah, it was, 20 some minutes away or whatever. Anyway, they made it there. The next day they go. They said, the car was going to cost about $300. It ended up being $200 more, which we had sent them $350 to help, and we paid for the hotel room. But at that point, they fixed the car. They couldn't fix both sides, which both sides needed it. And so they were like, we don't advise you to keep going, just go home. That's only 2 hours away. So anyway, they ended up going home. So I didn't get to see my boy. I cried. So I'm hoping they can still come. So they went home. They got another garage to look at it. They fixed it, and then they're getting 2 tires for the back tire, for the back. Because the first garage said, your back tires are not that great, like you should really change those. So my question to you is, wherever you live, in your state, in your province, do you have inspections? Like up to a few years ago, we had to get our vehicle inspected every year. I'm drinking my coffee still. Every year. So, let's say if you bought your car in July, then every July, you have to get your car inspected. And if anything's, close to breaking that they think it's going to let go in the next year, you have to fix. And it always annoyed us. Now it's every 2 years, which is not so bad. Always annoyed us. But after that, I'm like, yeah, it's annoying to get our car inspected, but we know our vehicle are safe to drive. In the province that they're in, they don't need to inspect their vehicles. It's inspected when they buy it and when they sell it to the next owner. That's it. That is it. Now, I have to say, because they knew that they were coming here, they had changed the brakes. They had put 2 new tires in the front. They just didn't do all 4. And so they had done a bit of work on the vehicle to try to make it so that it was safe to drive. And yeah, so oh my goodness, so Saturday evening, that's what we had to do, right? So they slept in a hotel Saturday evening, and then Sunday morning, we knew that it was pretty early on Saturday that we kind of figured that they wouldn't be making it that night, So remember I said I was going to film cleaning out my fridge? Well, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired, but I want to do that. And Dave said, well, since they're not coming over tonight, do you want to wait till tomorrow? Because he had things to do. He was putting a shelf up for Jess, Mason's mom. And he said, if you want to do it on Sunday, then I can help you, and it'll cut the work in half, right? So I was like, you know what? I know I said I was going to film it, but man, when someone offers to help on a pretty big job like that, it's like, yes, 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 yes. So we started at 10 in the morning on Sunday, and we finished at 3, which we did more than the fridge. And the fridge too, I literally took everything out, every shelf, every drawer. I even took the drawers apart so that you could, I could wash underneath, the metal part. I washed every single container or bottle that was in that fridge. And, we still had stuff that was from our camping trip. So a lot of stuff had to be thrown out and the containers washed, which what we did was make sure that our dishwasher was empty before we started. And that way we were able to just load it right into the dishwasher, which was good. And then I have lights above my island and 3 places in my kitchen, and they have these dome things, or anyway, those were so full of dust. I'm like, let's do those, So we did those, and then I washed I have stainless steel appliances. So I have, the spray for stainless steel. So I washed every single appliance using that spray. And then what did I do? The range above my stove, I have one of those freestand ones. So they go like this, and then the big pipe. So we washed all of that. We did a bunch of stuff. It actually, afterwards, we're like, yes, this feels so good, right? And then Sunday's usually the day that I kind of do a reset on the house. Not that deep of a clean, usually it's the bathrooms, vacuuming, washing the floors, which the kitchen and the living room, I pretty much do every day because of when I have the baby, especially. So, but we kind of did everything. And Dave washed both bathrooms, because at that point, once we finished that, I was like, ooh, I have a bunch of videos I have to edit and upload. I had the 5 videos for YouTube that I had to edit and upload and schedule for the week. And, you know, some of those I had to do voiceovers and stuff. So while I was doing that, he cleaned the bathrooms and all that good stuff. Did I film on Sunday? I didn't film at all on Sunday. On Friday, no, Saturday, I filmed quite a bit. So that's the videos I had to edit and stuff. But when they went to, you know, the garage on Sunday, they said, oh, we wouldn't drive the extra 8 hours. I would just do the 2 and get everything settled. So they went back. This was on Monday. No, this was on Tuesday because they started driving. It wasn't Saturday, sorry. All this happened on Monday. They were supposed to come down on Saturday, but because they got sick, they postponed the trip by a couple of days just so that they could rest and make sure they weren't contagious anymore and all that good stuff, you know? So this was all Monday, Tuesday. So Tuesday, they turned around. They ended up getting the car looked at yesterday. So today's Thursday. And so now they said they were getting tires, but I don't know if they got them yesterday and put them on, if they're leaving today. I have no idea. Or if they're just going to leave on the weekend. I don't know. But thankfully, they had like 2 weeks off. So, and they were just going to spend a week here, right? They just moved the week over. The sad part is that Dave took this week off so that he could spend time with their son. So, and next week, he said he can't take Tuesday and Wednesday off for sure. I don't know if he's going to be able to take Thursday or Friday off, hopefully. He's got the time. It's more like time as far as vacation time. It's more whether or not he'll be able to do it because of the amount of work that they have to get done. So we'll see. I'm hoping they leave tomorrow on Friday. And then he'll have at least Saturday, Sunday, and Monday is a holiday here. So he'll have at least 3 days to see him. Because a year, it's a long time. It's a long, long time not to see your kid. We're not used to that because our other 2 kids live close to us. Katie moved away for a while. She lived an hour and a half away, which is not as bad, which we still would only see her every, I don't know, couple of months or something, but it was more than once a year. You know what I mean? So it's some getting used to, for sure. And we're so busy. It just feels like, oh, you know, a week went by. Oh, another week went by. Oh, another week. You know what I mean? The weeks just fly by for some reason. For some reason. And my son-in-law is starting his new schedule next week. So my daughter, her job, if there's a government day off, she gets those too. So on Monday, she has that day off. And he's going to be working Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So Sunday, my daughter is going to be with the baby. So I'm going to have her Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday every week. So now I know I'm going to have Thursday and Friday off all the time, which kind of works out, you know, for hockey and stuff, because a lot of times if there's tournaments or anything like that, one tournament we have to leave on Thursday. So that's, you know, I don't have to worry, you know, I could, because it was like, okay, if he gets Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, at the beginning of the year, we get the schedule and you guys will have to take like a day off or something because we can't take 2 vehicles, you know? Gas is expensive enough as it is. Plus, there's one tournament that we usually go to. It's on PEI, which is an island, and you have to pay $50 in toll fee when you get off the island. So if you take 2 vehicles, not only do you pay extra in gas, but you have to pay that extra in toll. Plus, I would miss his first games, right? So this works out for everybody. He's in a band and they practice on Saturdays. So this way he can still practice, you know? So it works out for them. It works out for us, which is awesome. And then because I'm going to have like a specific schedule, like before I'd have Monday, Tuesday, and Friday off, like this week, that's what I have. And the next week I'd be working Monday, Tuesday, Friday, or working, babysitting. Do you know what I mean? And so it was hard to plan the lives, you know, like it was like, okay, well, this week I'm going to do it, da-da-da. So now I think the lives I'm going to do every Friday, probably every Friday at 1. And then that way, what I'm going to do is catch up on my videos and stuff on Thursday, all day Thursday, and then Friday morning, and then I'll have the live. And then if I still have more videos to do, I can do it after the live. But I should be okay because I'm really, you know, pushing and getting myself up in the morning. Although the last 2 days, I did not get up. And I think mainly it's because I knew Dave was going to be here. So I was going to be able to do like this, you know. He took her for a walk so I can film this video. And maybe this afternoon, he can watch her for half an hour or so. And then I can go film because I needed the sleep. Like I was exhausted. Like I hit the pillow and I am out. So I needed the sleep. So once in a while, I'm not going to be able to get up early to film the videos. But also I knew like the only video that wasn't filmed for next week, I know we're Thursday, but for next week is this one here. Every other one is already filmed, edited, and already scheduled on YouTube. So yay, you know, yay for me. So, but I'll tell you what, I'm not reading a whole lot right now, but that's okay. I just finished a book. I finished, what was it called? Full Measures by Rebecca Yarros. It was pretty good. I read the last part, like the last 60%. I read it like in 24 hours. It was so good. And so I think I gave it like 4.5 or whatever. Now I'm reading the Murderbot series by Martha Wells. I'm on book 3 right now. So I'm hoping in the next couple days, I'll probably have that one finished. And I don't know what I want to read next. I have nothing else from the library. So I'll try to pick a book from my own bookshelf. I need to read more books from my own bookshelf. So I'll pick something from there and read. But I don't know. I was even thinking of lowering my my Goodreads challenge to maybe, I don't know, 90, like take away 10 books. Because I don't know if I'm going to be able to read 100. I can't see that fall, you know, is going to be any different. I'm going to be just as busy. And I'm just finding it really hard to read big chunks, you know, because by the time I go to bed, I'm so bloody exhausted that I just go to sleep. Okay, and I did hurt my back, so that I find it kind of drains you, you know, the back pain. It's getting better, but the last couple of weeks, I think that was the reason why I'm finding it hard to get a whole bunch of stuff done, you know. But I'd like to start the organize with me next week, for not next week, but the week after. I like to do 3 things that I get organized in my craft room. It's looking so good. And now, you know, I cleaned everything you can see. There's one thing left that I have to clean that you can see. It's under my desk where I do my coloring, like with my Copics and stuff. So now we're gonna go to container 49 DMC 3782. So it's under the desk, but it's a mess. So maybe that can be one of the things that I clean this week, is under there, because that is bugging me. Because at first, that's what I was, you know, clean what can be seen first. Everything that I look at and just drives me crazy, clean that. And then once you're done that, then we moved on to the organizing. So now a lot of stuff that I'm organizing are like drawers and stuff like that. So you know, when you first take a look, you can't tell. You can't tell that it's messy in the drawer, but I know it is. And then I clean the drawers that were like, that I use the most. There's 3 on each side where I work. I cleaned those first. So now those are all clean. It's so nice to open those drawers and it's like, this is it. This is lovely, you know? I love that. I love having the room clean like that. And it's made me do stuff too that I had been putting off for years, you know? Like the color with me, coloring images with Copic markers. I've been wanting to do that for years because I have all these stamp sets. I would do 1 or 2 and then I would kind of give up. But now that I have a clean area, it's like, you know, that's a lot of times that's one of the things that I'll do when I get up early before the baby comes. It's either the organizing or it's the coloring like that, because it's so peaceful, right? I don't have to do much. Now, a couple times I did kit creations, you know, because I was kind of like, this needs to be done now. The great thing is I didn't go to the crop last week that I was going to go to because of my back. And because I had kits done ahead, I managed to get 4 layouts done that day. But the great thing was I think the first time I did 2 pages and then my back was kind of hurting. So then I went downstairs and I just put heat on my back. And while I was doing that, I was editing videos. And then I went back upstairs and then I did one layout and then my back started hurting again. So then I took another break and then I ended up doing 4, which is not, you know, not as much as 11, but 4, that's a whole month of every Friday having a scrapbooking video. And they're all not all, 3 of them are real time, meaning that I don't need to do a voiceover. I just film like this, you know, like just chatting while I was doing the page, except for the last one, because my back was just too sore, 1, and 2, I had already done 3 videos. So my voice was kind of like, okay, I'm done. Oh, and by the way, this will probably not be an hour and a half because I'm just filming while they go on their walk. But you know what? I figured 40 minutes is better than none, right? At least I'm gonna get some done, which is awesome. Even if it's, 35 minutes, it's still better than not doing it. So, here we go. Okay. Awesome. Okay. This is great. There. So I've been doing research too lately because we're going to start selling physical products, like our own digital files, and I'm working on bookmarks because I'm big on reading and I love cute bookmarks. Give me a cute bookmark, right? I just love looking at it. And so regular bookmarks and then magnetic bookmarks. So I'm kind of designing those right now. And actually the magnets came in today, so I'll be able to, I think I designed 3 of them up to now. Might tweak them a little bit more, but I'm having fun with those. And that's stuff that I can do even if my back is sore. I just put my laptop on my lap and design away. And I'm going to make some with our digital files, like our files and stuff. So, yay. Should be fun. And I want to make notepads and like weekly planner, maybe even some monthly planners. Some stickers for journaling, like bullet journaling. Should be fun. So we're looking at a new website. I'm hoping to be able to switch over because right now where we're at, they have a limit of 1,500 products. And after that, it jumps like crazy, the amount of money that they want. So this one here, it's unlimited products and it's cheaper than where we are now. But it's just a matter of, moving everything over. We'll probably have to pay for both, like 2 websites until the other one is up and running, and then we can cancel the other one. We can cancel the other one. There we go. Okay. Awesome. This is going pretty fast. Oops, big sections of the same color, right? So it goes fast. Because you can use the 3-placer. I never did get into like anything more than the 3-placer. I don't know why. I find the 3, I like it. I find it, I can go, a little faster at least. There, I think I need another drink of coffee. So it's only 10 o'clock and I've been filming for probably, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes now. Had to stop, so I'm not sure how many minutes were before what I have now. On here I have 26 and a half minutes. So I'm sure they're going to be getting home soon. We usually walk about 2 kilometers, or maybe he's going to do the 4. We bundled her up. Oh man, we had a heat wave all summer. I'm talking all summer. And now it's starting to get kind of cool in the morning here. It's like, ooh, this morning it was only like 15, or no, it was 14, I think, when we looked. He was like, okay. So we put pants on her, a little sweater, some socks. Usually, you know, it was like you were trying to take clothes off because it was so bloody hot. Actually, a lot of the days I didn't walk because it's like it's too hot to take her out in that. Like, it can't be good. There's one time I went because I didn't think it was that hot. I almost passed out from the heat. I had brought water, thankfully, but oof, I drank like about a liter of water. And then I gave her her little glass so she could drink whenever she wanted to, and she pretty much finished all her glass. Now I have to say it wasn't as hot for her as it was for me because I had a blanket, like a muslin blanket, so it was really thin, and just to keep the sun off of her. One, I don't want to put sunscreen on her if you don't have to, so if you can put a blanket to, you know, cover. And then what I do is I take clips and I clip it onto the stroller. And then what I do is, depending where the sun comes, then I just switch where the blanket lays. And then I open it up so that the breeze can go through. And she can see. I mean, what's the point of going for a walk? She loves being outside. Loves. This morning, she kept whining. And we're like, what? And then she goes to the door and points. Oh, you want to go outside, but it's cold, Boo. I call her Boo. It's cold, Boo. And so anyway, that's when Dave said, wow, you want to film a video anyway, so how about if I take her, we get it. I said, well, let me check to make sure she has pants in her bag. And because by this afternoon, it's going to be crazy hot again, right? So it's just before, earlier this summer, it was hot when we were getting up. Like, there was no reprieve. We'd get up and it'd be like 25 already. It's like, oh my gosh. And then every day it was above 30. I said, man, I feel like we're in Florida. Because I know you guys get in the hundreds every day. We're not used to that. Thankfully, we have air conditioning. But in order for me, you know, upstairs in my craft room, in order for me to have cool air that much, I have to make it really, really cold everywhere else. And Dave, who works in the basement, he was freezing. So I'm the one that just dies of heat. And so in betweens, you know, usually I'll work like 10 minutes and then I'll stop and then put both fans on, and I just kind of sit there, kind of get cooled off, and then go, okay, I can do another 10 minutes. And that's how I do my videos in the summer. And it's only a couple months, so I don't want to buy like a standalone air conditioning. No, one, they're ridiculously on power, and we pay enough power as it is. So now we're going to do 44, which is K, and it's DMC 939. Yeah, so one, we pay enough in power as it is, and two, I don't have the room for that upstairs. Like, that would be in the way. I'm trying to clean up there, you know, and not have stuff all over. I even have my Echelon bike up there, and I'm trying to think. Dave is probably going to have a fit if I tell him, oh, I want to move that somewhere else or sell it or whatever, because it's bloody heavy. Like, heavy. It was so hard to bring upstairs. And yeah. So, but I'd like to get it out of there. It's taking much room, and we don't use it. So I'm thinking of just taking a picture and putting it on Facebook Marketplace. I'm not going to let it go for cheap. Like, I paid a lot of money for that thing, and it's like new. It's like new. Oh, what is that? There's 2, 3 that fell on there. Okay, we finished that little section. Yay. We only have this, but I imagine they're going to get here soon. But we're going to keep going until they get here. So let's do X, which is 43, which is DMC 938. 938. Just like that. It'd be fun if we got this done. I think what I'm going to do is if I get this little section done and they're not back, I'm just going to stop it. I'm not going to bother starting a new one. I'll just finish with this. And I'll be happy with that. And then tomorrow, I don't have the baby tomorrow, so I think if I have time, I might film another one. Because now, my son, if he does come, it's going to be next week. And it's going to be really hard for me to film next week downstairs. So we'll just do another one. Back to back. And I'll just have to try to figure out of other stuff. Oh, was that an X? Yeah. Other stuff to talk about. There we go. This is a little section, but it is confetti. Confetti. So pretty. This is the bottom of the pocket watch. I'm telling you, when you work up close like this, you don't even like pay attention to what it is. And then usually after I'm done, I kind of back up and look and I'm like, oh, that's part of the books, or, you know, that's part of the pocket watch. So cute. Hopefully I get to finish this one this year. It's going to be hard now that I'm not doing 2 days a week with this. It's going to be hard, but something had to give, you know. 2 a week was quite a bit, and it worked for that time, you know. Worked for that period. It's not going to work going forward. Now this week it kind of worked because Dave is here and I can do a couple, but because normally I wouldn't be filming any videos today. When I have the baby, I don't film at all. It's funny. Oh, you want to hear something funny? That kid has not been sleeping through the night since she's been born. A day here and there, and that's it. You know, my daughter was like, to the point she was just exhausted, right? Because every night, she started working 5 months ago. So for 5 months now, she's been getting up with the baby. And it's not as if they could do the, you know, let her cry and that, because she's also a beaver. She chews on her bed. They tried to put silicone, like clear stuff all the way around. She would just find places. They couldn't cover the whole thing in silicone. You know what I mean? Like, or rubber or whatever those clear things is. They couldn't do it. And she would literally like take chunks out. It's like, well, that's not good. So anyway, so a couple weeks ago, week and a half ago, they got those extra large playpens and they put a mattress in there. A couple mattresses, because it's 51 inch by 51 inch. And so 4 feet by 4 feet, you know, a little bit over 4 feet. And she's been sleeping through the night since. She didn't like her crib. I think it was just too confined, and maybe when she would roll over, because she sleeps like splayed out, right? So I think whenever she would hit the side of the crib, it would wake her up. And then she would cry for her mom. Now she's been sleeping through the night, and they're like, oh my goodness. And even her naps during the day, she has a 2-hour nap now. Only one, but she has a 2-hour nap. She doesn't do that here, but see, I have a crib. Let's do A. Here she still sleeps about an hour and 10 minutes now, where before it was 20 minutes, half an hour. So now we're doing 26, which is A, which is 783. So I'm happy for them, because that's hard, right? Not being able to sleep. It's hard on the body. I mean, she's 16 months old, so 16 months, to go 16 months without proper sleep is difficult. Difficult. And it's so weird because she is such an easy baby. But for her sleep, she's just not a sleeper. Not a sleeper. Hopefully now, you know, they can catch up on their sleep. All of them. All of them. Because I'm sure the baby was exhausted too. You know, sometimes she'd be up 2-3 hours every night. That's the other thing. It wasn't like it was, you know, a couple minutes and she was back down. Okay, let's do the hourglass, which is 50. There's 50 right there. And it is 3787. Oh, what a peanut. What a peanut. So next week is my first week that I was going to have her 3 days, you know, in a row. And it's a holiday, so my daughter's going to be off. So I'm just going to have her Tuesday, Wednesday. So that means 1 extra day for me to get stuff done. It just means I have no days off now. Dave goes, well, I guess your days off is when you have the baby. Yup. Not really a day off. So I guess I'm going to have days off when we go away to tournaments. I'll probably bring my computer and end up editing videos or something. There. So now what I'm trying to do is film all day and then just edit at night. But that means that I get done editing and it's really kind of late. 8, 9 o'clock. One night it was 11:11. That was before we went on vacation. So now we're going to do the C, which is DMC 301. Oop. We were going on vacation, so I wanted to make sure everything was done. And I didn't want to wait till the last minute because, I mean, you have to pack. I like to do a nice cleaning on the house before we go. So when you come home, it's like you have enough of a mess of the stuff that you brought, you know, without your house being in disarray. So everything was all cleaned up. The floors all washed. It was like, yes, you're leaving and you feel good, you know? Okay, there's C, all done. Let's do the arrow. Arrow, 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 which is number 5. Oh, he's taken her for, well, it's been about 50 minutes, I would say. So anytime now. I said, well, would you mind if we go again this afternoon so I can go for a walk? Because this afternoon it'll be nicer. I'll probably have to change her into shorts and get her so she's not gonna boil. So it's such a contrast, you know, from being really cold to hot. It's nice for sleeping though, right? It's nice for sleeping. And that way, don't use as much air conditioning. Go. There's the arrows. How about if we do just the line? What is the line? Number 13, DMC 400. Where's 13? Right here. No, we might finish. We might finish this. And like I said, I'm going to stop once I'm done that, because then it'll give me time to put everything away before they get back, and I can start putting the clean dishes away. Dishwasher just finished. Yesterday, well, 2 days ago, I made a spaghetti sauce because it's my son's favorite. So I made it for him for when he was coming home. And of course, they're not here, so I made a lasagna. I might make another fresh one if they do come next week. We'll see. And so yesterday I made lasagna, and what I'm trying to do for Mason is before his hockey games, it's really hard for him to have a good meal, you know? So I'm making individual meals for him. They're about in a container about this big. And I'm putting him in the freezer. I made lasagna yesterday, so I made 3 little containers for him. So that's 3 meals. I'll make a shepherd's pie. I'll do the same thing, make him 2-3 meals with that, probably 3. And then I'll make macaroni. He likes fettuccine Alfredo. I'll make some of that and make containers. And then I write on, gonna write on it what it is and all that good stuff. And then he can just get home from school, beep, microwave it, because I'm going to cook everything, so he doesn't have to cook it. So 16, he can just put it on a plate and microwave it. I'm going to make sure to tell him, don't put the foil in there. So that was 16, $4.98. And now 52. And that's this. It was 3826, and now we only have the 2, which is an AB diamond. And I think, yeah, we're gonna stop it here. It's gonna be almost 55 minutes or something. So that's it, we're gonna stop it here. So if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit subscribe. If you're enjoying these videos, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.